This is breaking news.
The vocal coach who keeps Ariana Grande in tune and taught Timothée Chalamet to sing. It's been a great year for theater kids in Hollywood. Ariana Grande and Timothée Chalamet are two of the biggest names to have scored Oscar nominations this awards season, partly, or some would argue entirely, down to their impressive vocal work in Wicked and A Complete Unknown, respectively. But what you might not know is the two shared a singing coach for their industry-acclaimed performances. When Ariana or Timothée walk into a room, all the molecules change, Eric Vetro tells The Hollywood Reporter. If you had no idea who they were, you would still know, oh, there's something special about these people. Vetro is singing coach to the stars. Only a snippet of his resume does all the talking. The New York native has worked with Angelina Jolie, Maria, Renee Zellweger, and Emma Stone in their Oscar-winning outings in Judy and La La Land, Monica Barbaro, A Complete Unknown, and Austin Butler Elvis. Through word of mouth, Vetro has become Hollywood's go-to musical mentor. He has worked with Grande since she was young, only 13, and Chalamet once before on 2023's Wonka. It was a no-brainer to pull him in for what would be the pair's biggest roles of their career so far. Rehearsal time varies from 3 to 9 months, as is the necessity to be flexible when you're combating studio schedules. But part of Vetro's methodology is to improve the actor's own voice for weeks on end before they can begin taking on that of their characters. "I'm quite the nag, and am quite the party pooper," Vetro laughs, explaining how he often causes a stir by requesting his students' dressing room has no fragrant flowers, no lit candles, and a humidifier for air moisture. Everything you eat will affect your voice. Everything you drink will affect your voice. Even the way you work out in the gym. Going to a ball game? I tell them, don't cheer. Cheer silently. You can fist bump, but you can't yell and scream. Going to a concert? Don't sing along, because the next day you might be hoarse. Grande's task, he begins, was to achieve a more operatic effect with her voice for Wicked. Her celebrated musical career was one thing, but doing Glinda justice was another. We worked 5 days a week for 3 months just to prepare her for her audition. Vetro tells THR. That's how hard she works. He compares the process to that of her co-star Jonathan Bailey's, who Vetro also coached for his role as the devilishly handsome Fiyero in John M. Chu's movie. With Jonathan, before he had to sing on set, we would do a FaceTime warm-up, he says. Dancing through life is actually really hard. With Grande, however, she could tumble out of bed and sing a high C. She's just it. Everything was so in her voice. Those songs were so in her body. So many people brought up the fact her comedic talents were on display in Wicked. They didn't realize she could be that funny. Vetro adds when asked what audiences might be surprised to know about Grande's prep. Anybody who knows her knows she is that funny all the time. But I think part of what made it work so well in the movie is she didn't have to think about the music or her voice. She worked so diligently for those months leading up to filming, and she was so confident. She had developed her voice in such a way, she didn't have to worry about it, she didn't have to be cautious with her comedy. Vetro tells THR he considers Grande this generation's Judy Garland. She has the widest range on the planet. She can hear pitch like nobody I know. I used to watch The Ed Sullivan Show. I obviously didn't get to work with Judy Garland or Elvis Presley, but I got to work on the movies about them. I thought, I'm getting to work with today's Judy Garland. I used to tell her that, and she's very modest. She would just kind of wave her hand and say, oh, stop it.